I gotta say, this is one of the sketchiest situations I've ever been in. There's the sign, low clearance, 9'7", but from that sign, there's nowhere else to pull off. A private bus hit this bridge, got wedged in, and the driver did not walk away from it. So I get stopped right here with a line of cars behind me and a blind corner. We're gonna do a little bit of paid tractor work today. The springs on these ramps have always been wound a little too tight. They don't stay down very well. For you regulars who might have noticed I skipped a couple days on videos this week, I'm spending a tremendous amount of time delivering hay bales. Seems like I'm getting tons of interest. Everyone wants to buy hay bales. I can haul 26 at a time. I've got 250. And everyone who wants me to deliver them is an hour away. So I'm charging for that delivery, but loading, unloading, drive there, drive back, hook up the trailer, unhook the trailer, we're talking 3 or 4 hours gone out of the day. Now this tractor with the brush cutter is almost too long for my trailer. I showed this in another video. So what I'm gonna do, I drove up a little past, I'm gonna put my ramps up and then back up till the brush cutter touches the ramps, because I want the tractor as far back as I can for weight distribution. I mow this property every year. I think this is the 4th year mowing here, and I've done it with now 2 different tractors. I've done it with the skid steer. I think this is gonna be a lot better using the Rhino Ag brush cutter. I love that cutter. It cuts through the big stuff like it's not there and leaves a nice clean cut. And being in the cab tractor, this will be really nice, especially it's a little bit cold today. But I've also got this big tree branch. It's enormous and it's about 20 foot up and it's hung on this tree. And it's not my responsibility. I wasn't told to do it or anything, but I'm gonna see if I can get that knocked down for the homeowner. And I'm not sure how well that's gonna work, but we'll give it a try. So I was planning on making this video a lot about the brush cutting, and I brought the drone and the GoPro and everything, but there's a lot of other things going on today, so I'm gonna go through this pretty quick. We'll get that branch down, and then we're gonna get back to that story that I was telling at the beginning about dealing with that low bridge. So let's get going. far as getting this branch down into a safe place where the property owner can deal with it, I could probably pull up and push on the top of it, but from here you may not be able to tell, but that's a big diameter branch up at the top. There's thousands of pounds up in the air, and if it caught my loader, like, the more you're dealing with the butt of it, I think the more dangerous it is. I'm gonna try pushing on this bottom part and see if I can nudge it enough that the top will fall without me getting under it. Probably the smartest thing to do here would be to get a chain and just pull it from a distance. But I'm gonna try this first. I think we might be able to get her down pretty easy. I gotta say, this is one of the sketchiest situations I've ever been in when I'm hauling this tractor to a job, and I had a pretty good idea how tall it is, but I had no warning of what I was driving up on, and I almost got in a really bad situation. And really, even after I saw what I was coming up to, I wasn't sure what to do once I got stopped. So I've been around this corner a few times. It's been years ago, but it's kind of a dangerous place to drive, even if you don't have a 10-foot tall trailer. But here's the approach. There's the sign, low clearance, 9'7". But from that sign, there's nowhere else to pull off. As we look here, it's got a warning, 15 miles per hour, because we have a 90-degree turn up here. And this place is famous for having a ton of wrecks and accidents. And there have been a lot of big trucks that hit this bridge and got stuck. The last one that I heard about, everyone knows about this area, but I didn't know I was coming up to it because I haven't been through here in a long time. The last one I know about, a bus, not a passenger bus, but a private bus hit this bridge, got wedged in, and the driver did not walk away from it. So you can see that right angle turn that truck just had to almost come to a stop to make. What that means and how it affects what happened here is there's no visibility up here when you come around the corner. So when I got down to here, I saw the sign back there and I thought 9'7". I said, man, I don't know if I can go under 9'7". I felt like I needed to know in the past how tall my rig was, but it's hard to measure because the trailer, you know, the roof of the tractor is offset. You can't measure straight to the ground. So I measured off to the side and tried to estimate that I was just a little bit under 10 foot, but I didn't know exactly how much. So I saw that sign, I said, dang, I can't, there's nowhere left to turn around. Now there is this little turn off right here. This is an access to somebody's field or a driveway. But I thought, you know, what am I gonna do? I don't think I can make this. And there were 4 cars behind me, and I thought, I don't know that I can't make it. And so we're just 100 feet down from where the first sign is. So then I came down here and pulled right up to it. And this is a bridge that's still in use. This is actively used today. Trains drive across it. That last one, the bus hit it and cut the top half of the bus off. And like I said, the driver didn't walk away from it. So I get stopped right here with a line of cars behind me and a blind corner. I pulled right up until the tractor was about to touch the bridge, and it definitely would not clear. I would have hit it hard, and I would say the tractor stuck up about 4 inches above the lowest point on that bridge. So I had to guide traffic around me. I stood out here where I could see what was coming around the corner, and I waved all the cars around me, and when it went clear in both directions, I'm kind of panicked actually, but luckily there weren't any cars behind me, and I thought, man, can I back all the way up to that intersection? Doing that would require me to back through an intersection on the highway. I mean, this is a 55-mile-an-hour regular road. I would have had to back across an intersection on this road. And so I ended up making an even more dangerous choice. So as soon as it was clear, I started to back up this direction, and my plan is to back up around that curve, back up across an intersection so that I can get out of here. When I saw this driveway, I thought, well, I can back into that, but with a gooseneck to back into that, I had to kind of jackknife and have the truck sticking out into the road right at that blind corner. And I got backed up over here, and I didn't take the perfect angle. You can see where my tires turned right there, and I kind of had to drive the trailer across that big bump there. So I get turned around from here. It was one of those things, you know, I don't know what you do about it, but this is as dangerous as it gets. It almost feels like this should be shut down as a road. It should just be closed off. You can't really move the bridge. And I don't think you can really raise that. It'd be this huge, massive project. But if you're man, I was told there have been a lot of semi trucks that hit that over the years. There's another one like it in Kansas City that has been hit 100 times, and you see it on the Kansas City news all the time. But this out in the middle of nowhere, a lot of guys hauling tractors, you know. Scary deal. Anyway, I appreciate you taking time to watch the video. I'll put links on the screen to a couple more of our videos, and I'll see you next time.